This is the innovative traders, and welcome to our channel. So I guess in this video I just want to do a quick update on Usdjpy. Remember, we were looking for a sell bias on Usdjpy in the past week from this area here. We're looking for it to shoot towards the downside. But then remember, with currencies, they can take a very long time to play out, and they like to develop more into deeper structures before they can actually play out. So now, based on how price action is moving at this current moment, price looking left, take a look at this area here. This is an area of sensitivity. If you can check, this is a very strong area of how can I put it, a sell zone, basically a sell zone. And based on how price is basically approaching these highs, if you can check, currently from a low we made a high, a lower low, I mean high low, higher high, higher low. This is a higher high. We're currently anticipating with the GPY to actually give us what, a higher low, and possibly break this trend line to give us a continuation to further push towards the downside. So this is on Usdjpy. Currencies take a very long time to develop, and they can take a very long time to play out. So they require a lot of patience and a neutral mindset towards them. So now, if you can check on the smaller time frame, network on the smaller time frame, okay, what's happening? Wait. Okay, network is still playing out. Let's refresh this. Currencies take a very long time to play out, so you have to be patient with them. They can take the whole 2 weeks of a month, in a month, just consolidating or just playing around without playing out. So they require you to have like a neutral mindset towards them, and you have to be patient. And yes, you just have to read what this market giving you. Don't, rather than forcing direction. Yes, we are anticipating selling opportunities from that area. We are anticipating to take selling opportunities. We are not saying it's a must to take selling opportunities on that area. No, we are looking for selling opportunities on that area, basically. So Usdjpy. Okay, sorry about that. Then they was still giving me a problem. So based on how price is moving currently on the 4-hour time frame, how it shot up, it went up structurally basically towards this sensitive area. Let's go back to the daily again. This area, remember, this is basically a very strong area. So the market went in that area and it rejected back towards downside. And how it got there in a structural manner. This is basically an ascending type of channel. And I remember I said this is basically what our higher high. After high high, we're anticipating to receive what, a higher low. So going to the 4-hour time frame, this is what you currently see. Price went up structurally. This is an ascending type of channel. Usually in this case, we would expect price to hover around this area, break, give us a confirmation that it's going to move towards the downside, or we can wait for price to go towards the upside in this manner, to possibly give us a dead touch, then fully retrace back, give us the first mini continuation pattern, a mini bearish continuation pattern in a dead touch manner, then continue towards the downside. So basically for Usdjpy, we are still catching people on the wrong side of the market based on how price has broken that sensitive area from the higher time frame. This is a structural break. It's not an impulsive break. Structural break. It's an ascending type of channel. It's an ascending type channel. So our overall sell bias is not yet as ready. It is still developing. For now, what you can do is you can put your Usdjpy on your wildcat if you are not a scalp trader. If you're a scalp trader, you can, I don't know what you can do, but then for Usdjpy, we're still looking for what selling opportunities. Currently, you're sitting at a very strong level from the higher time frame. How did you get there? We got there structurally, basically meaning we'll have a potential reverse towards the downside, and this is basically higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This is a higher high. We're expecting price to give us what? A higher low, and we're going to swing that from the higher high with our sell bias towards the higher low, and hopefully break the trend here and shoot toward the downside. So that's it for Usdjpy. Currently, price is still catching people on the side of the market. We can possibly get a dead touch, then a strong pullback, then continue with our sell bias. So we just have to like be patient, wait, and read what the market is giving us. Another thing I want to take a look at, I heard someone saying they want me to do Nzdjpy. Nzdjpy, it's almost the same thing, basically almost the same thing. We're potentially looking for price to drop from this area, to push up again, give us that perfect touch, then drop from that area, depending on how price is going to approach that level. We're anticipating price to drop from this area, to push up, then drop from here to the downside. The reason being, based on how price is broken out from this trend, it broke in a structural manner. And if you can check, currently price is giving us what? An impulse, an expand type of channel, which is actually a continuation pattern to actually push towards the upside. Hence, I'm saying from this point, we are looking for what? Price to come back here and shoot back up. Reason being, this is a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This is our higher high. So we're basically anticipating price to give us what? Our higher low before actually shooting towards the upside to complete this bull momentum towards this sensitive area, double top zone basically. So for Nzdjpy, I'm currently looking for a short sell towards the downside, a short sell from this area. Because if you can check, this is an expanding type of channel. Every time we reach this point, we drop back, we push back down. These are basically our swing highs and our swing lows. So from this point, we're expecting price to shoot back down, then push back up, then possibly drop or break above, depending on how price it will move and approach those areas. But currently, on the small time frame, price gave us a dead touch and fully retraced back down, giving us this possible continuation. We just have to wait and pay attention to how price is going to present itself to us. So this is what I'm currently seeing at this current moment. We just have to wait for price to give us that full confirmation that actually now we are ready to what? To sell towards the downside. This is basically an expanding type of channel. This is a sell pattern. As I'm saying, we're at a higher high. We're expecting price to give us what? A higher low from these areas here, possibly at that touch, then push towards the downside. What you must wait for is something in this nature, an impulse down, a continuation. Then you can take it from here as a reduced risk entry. Your first target being obviously this low, targeting this low, since we have a kind of a solid uptrending trend line. Basically, your target can be around this area. So for Nzdjpy, I'm looking for it to sell first, then give me an overall buy. Same applies to Usdjpy, where we're still looking for selling opportunities, but then they're not yet as ready. You still have to wait until the market presents them to us. Remember, you're sitting on a very sensitive area on the high time frame, which is a sell zone basically. So I think that's it for Nzdjpy and Usdjpy. And also another pair I'd like to share with you guys is gold, which is currently looking fresh. You might take a look. You can take a look at it if you have time. So currently gold is contained in a downtrend basically. It's a downtrend from the high time frame. So how price moved from this area, it impulsed down. It gave us this flat continuation. So now we're expecting price to give us what? That impulse to the downside, possibly giving us what? A dead touch around this area to actually push towards the upside. Reason being, on the daily time frame, this is basically a large bull continuation flag. This is basically an impulse There's a correction. We're expecting what, another impulse to the upside. But then based on how price is reacting recently, we are still waiting for that price to develop into a more clear price action. Price action. Currently we are in this type of channel. I will go into details. Let me just clean this here. We are currently in this price. Okay, price went up in an ascending manner. This is a correction, then it impulse down. This is basically a flat continuation. We are possibly going for what, a dead touch. Possibly, it doesn't have to get there, but they're possibly going for a dead touch based on how price is moving. This is basically a flat continuation, by the way. This is a flat continuation. Let's remove these lines. This is a flat continuation. This is a flat. This is an impulse, correction, impulse. And if you can check, this is basically an impulse. This was the correction. It impulsed down, then it retraced back in a correction manner. Basically meaning it's giving us what, a larger version of a flag. A larger version of a flag. So we're anticipating price to impulse from here towards the downside. Our first target is always going to be the length of this impulse leg here, from here to here. That's where we'll place our target at, around about this area. But our first target was going to be around these areas here. So basically on goal, we're looking for selling opportunities. We're looking for selling opportunities. Our first tip is going to be around those areas. Diving into the 1 hour time frame, look at how price is approaching the high. It might not reach this area. It can drop from here, give us a continuation. We can still take it from here, because of if it breaks and give us this consolidation, it will be confirmation that this is actual what, the price is actually ready to sell towards the downside. If it doesn't do that, we'll look for selling opportunities around this area here, towards down, because of, if you can check, price has tested this level more than once basically. So this is basically the first touch, second touch. We're anticipating a dead touch, possibly to shoot towards downside. If price doesn't respect, let me show you something. If it doesn't respect this level here, this level, because removing, okay, let's remove this. I want you to see something. This is basically also an expanding type of continuation channel. It's a continuation channel. It's a continuation. And if you can check, we have a first touch here, second touch, and we have a dead touch inside the pattern within this expanding. So basically meaning price can still break from here, give us a continuation, and push towards the downside. It has less chances of reaching this zone, this level, I meant to say. So what you must wait for, either wait for these or wait for price to come and give you that sell confirmation from these areas here. So I think this is what I'm seeing for gold. I'm seeing selling opportunities either from this area or from that area, and that's all I wanted to share for this video. I really hope you got something from that update from USDJPY. Currently, you have to be patient, wait for the market to come to you. Don't force direction, because of we are seeing a sell bias. Yes, we're seeing a sell bias, but then you have to understand and read what the market is currently telling you. Until it presents to you a selling opportunities, you still have to be patient, because of currencies take a very long time to develop. So nonetheless, guys, it's innovative traders. We out.